Good morning, friends. How you doing, men? Holysmoke. And then typically I share this some other spots, but this started as a Holysmoke Bible study, so that's where I'm videoing from. Because I'm going to be combining a lovely morning stick. I love a great cigar. I love a good cigar. And then there's cigars I can afford. So I don't know if you guys, anybody's on a budget, but this is a Drew Estate stick. It's called the Factory Smoke. It's got a sweet tip. You can get them at Thompson's very inexpensively. They're very cheap. Also at Michael's Cigars Ltd. It's a great breakfast stick. But I'm going to talk about peace. So let me light this first. And I'll talk a little bit about peace on a Sunday morning. Because I was thinking about why go to church. So I got kind of a long, deep thinking answer about this. Very good cigar for the price. Probably arguably the best cigar for the price. Drew Estate's Factory Smoke, sweet tip. So I was thinking about why go to church, but it brought me to a deeper question. As I was just praying about it, I felt like, what do we all want? And I've said this 1,000 times, but it goes back to, because I met rich people unhappy and poor people who are very happy. I've met people with a lot and people with a little. The only common denominator is peace or no peace. Do you have peace? And I think it's very significant that God, when Jesus is born, he says, peace on earth. And there's that shalom is the idea of completion. It's the word peace. We always say peace. That everything's taken care of. Romans 8, that God is working all things together for the good of those who love him. It's all completed. It's all being brought together. You can relax. You can chill. There is peace. And the reality is that we're going to church to experience peace together in the presence of the resurrected Jesus and the Holy Spirit. It's one of the primary, I think peace, so Jesus says through him and to him all things are created. So they say that in theology, that Jesus is the agent of creation, that God created all things through Jesus, right? I think peace is the agent of everything else. I think that God is using peace for you to be able to have better faith. Think about if you don't have peace and you're trying to have faith. You have this very frantic, misplaced faith. If you don't have peace and then you're trying to have love, I think peace is obviously a fruit of the Spirit, but I think it's an agent, it's a tool. I think there's something about that when we operate from a place of peace, Jesus says, put your foundation on the rock, who is Jesus, the calming of the storm. We just start getting down to what Jesus did. It is finished. Peace, shalom, peace. Relax, it's done. The end is taken care of. Now in that place, have faith. Work hard. Think about even be competitive. Think about the concept, if you're a guy, of winning without having peace. Some of us are winning out of desperation. We're like, man, it's like you're drowning. I feel like a lot of us live like we're drowning. All of our strokes are oh my gosh, as opposed to Christ is risen. Your sins are forgiven. It's all taken care of. That literally, it's the difference between peace, I think, is the difference between swimming and drowning. As opposed, it's like, oh, faith, love, work, family, church, all those dynamics. Now these are just things I'm going for. I've got peace. As opposed to with no peace, it's like, church is getting me, work is getting me, family's getting me, money's getting me. And it's the difference between swimming and drowning. Peace. When we're talking about going to church, I think that when you want to experience the presence of God, when you walk into a church, it's great to greet everybody else, but I think you want to greet the Holy Spirit and say, God, meet me in this place. And I think one of the ways that you recognize him is feel a sense of peace. Let God's peace fall on your church. So there God is. It's the same idea if you've ever been in a difficult circumstance and you had a parent or someone who is really good at it and you walk in with them, say, oh, it's going to be okay, Dad's here. It's going to be okay, Mom's here. It's going to be okay, my best friend's here. It's going to be okay, my boss is here. Peace. That's the idea of church. When you walk in and you interact with God, it's like, it's going to be okay, God's here. Peace. It's all going to be fine. Jesus is here. He resurrected. He gave us his Spirit. It's going to be okay. I want to end with this last thought. I like to end with a crazy thought. So here's a crazy thought. I was thinking about how much my anxiety and my uptightness and my type A-ness has, that sounded hilarious. If you go back and listen, type A-ness, but I said type A-ness, and that's hilarious. So, see, I want to say something crazy and a flub of, but I was talking about being type A-ness. That's amazing. So anyways, about being type A, it has affected my physical body, like my back. I realized how much of my lack of peace, I just walk around stiff. I'm like, I need to keep my stomach in, I need to keep my chest out, everything I have to do has to be all perfect. And I realized when I started experiencing some real peace through counseling and through the Holy Spirit, one of the things that started feeling better was my back. I was doing some exercise. So here's my crazy thought. My crazy thought is this, is that having peace and faith won't necessarily cure your cancer, right? I believe those can cure cancer, but I'm not saying those, no matter what, it's a 1-to-1 ratio. A lot of people with faith and peace and their cancer will get cured. But I think a lack of peace and a lack of faith can cause cancer. There's my crazy thought. I think that we can anxiety ourselves into sickness. I think we can freak ourselves out into illness. I think that a sour mind and a spoiled heart and a spoiled spirit can manifest into a spoiled body. So I'm not telling you having this will get rid of everything you got. But I really do believe, and it's one of the reasons I like cigars, is this is the only place in life where I slow down. And I'll tell you, doctors will tell you right now, people die faster from worry than they do from like anything else. Like they just get worried and they get themselves sick. And one of the things about cigars, they relax me. Take it down a notch. It's one of the places that I don't just experience peace and faith. It's one of the places I just experience slow, still, being still before God. It's my favorite part about a cigar. It really is. So anyway, peace, faith. Go to church today. Go online in church today. And greet the Holy Spirit and say, and look for him. Say, Holy Spirit, meet me in this place. And then be like, and just kind of measure to the resurrection. It is finished. Shalom. That's the presence of God we're looking for. Peace. And then from that place, when you experience God is here, it's going to be okay. Have faith and run. Charge. Take mountains. Do amazing things. But as you eclipse that mountain, make sure your foundation is peace. Have a great day.